Someone is still...
And somebody in a parachute has just landed on the edge of the ring, has been pulled away by security guards. The fight has been brought to a halt. There's a massive melee at ringside as this fellow with a motorized parachute has landed right on top of spectators and officials at ringside. He's in the midst of a mass of security guards now. Rock Newman, Riddick Bowe's manager, was right there. This is a monumental disaster. Right now, police are filing by me at ringside and grabbing this gentleman who has created a monstrosity of an interruption in the bout. His parachute has caught itself up on a row of ring lights. Now we're going to take a look at an earlier shot of the parachutist before he came down. There he was on the left of the ring. And let's see what happened as he approached ringside. There it is. He hung himself up right on the lights, as you see there, and his body landed on the ring apron right on top of a variety of people.
This is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen at a prize fight. And I've seen a few bizarre things.
Dangerous about this, it wasn't only a parachute. He's got some motorized
exactly.
on there.
It's a heavy,
up a lot of people.
It's a heavy capsule under that parachute with a motorized attachment. There could have been a propeller there for all we know, George. And if nobody has been hurt, it will be a near miracle.
I've seen blood on one hand out there.
Rock Newman, Bowe's manager, went nuts. It could be the best thing to happen to Riddick Bowe if there's a 10 or 20-minute delay, as now seems possible.
Right. It may be an angel out of the sky.
You see Bowe covering up to stay warm.
For Riddick Bowe.
Well, they're going to work on his cuts right now.
Just when you think you've seen everything, you know you haven't, and there'll be more crazy stuff to follow.
And it was already a bizarre night as the result of the fighting that went past the bell for about 10 seconds at the end of round 4. Here's what was happening in the ring at the time that the parachutist landed. You'll see, there he is, entering at the left side. And you see people backing away and trying to avoid the capsule and the motorized contraption attached to it. Here's a look at him much, much earlier this evening from our blimp coverage. As this took place, we're told that our blimp cameraman tried to alert us to the possibility that this was going to happen. That's why he was zooming in and out, as you can see here. And there it is. He targeted the ring and came right down. Well, this guy is going to wind up in the Slammer in Vegas tonight, and with doggone good reason.
What charges, I wonder?
What charges?
Yeah.
Doing an outrageous thing to get some publicity for himself.
Oh, okay.
Lighting company turning off lights now to try to prevent the possibility of fire. If Evander Holyfield is thinking about this at all, he has to rue the fact that it happened at a time when he was in such good position in the fight, or so it seemed. And here's another look, guys. We're going to see it one more time. This was incredibly dangerous. I've got to say that it's put a jolt through us because he landed about 7 or 8 feet away from us on the ring apron. And this is how he descended toward the small disaster which has now taken place at ringside in round 7 of a heavyweight championship fight. You can see how our cameraman zoomed in and out, attempting to warn our production people in the truck of the possibility this would happen.
And I have just gotten word that Riddick Bowe's wife has just fainted at ringside. She was even closer to the parachutist than we are.
She's up and around now, but she's awful shaken.
And she is, gentlemen, she's in the early stages of her 4th pregnancy as Riddick looks forward to the birth of his 4th child. And we only hope that Judy will be okay.
What the fuck?
You all right, Mike? She's cut. Who are these guys? What the fuck is wrong with him?
Whoa.
Jesus Christ!
Dude, what the
What is wrong with him?
He's got a fucking trash.
That's why. Oh yeah, fucking
Dude,
we're gonna fucking kill this guy.
come to the bank.
Conor McGregor's team attacked our bus. They threw a chair through our window of our bus, and we're stuck at the Barclay Arena. Mike Chiesa's cut really bad.
Did he throw that?
Yes. Conor fucking throw that.
Look at him. Look at him screaming at the corner. He's screaming at Dylan Dennis. Tap out!
Well, Khabib wasn't kidding when he said no handshake after the fight. Oh! And now one of Nurmagomedov's teammates throws a right-handed cutter. All hell has broken loose!
This is crazy.
You see them, they're having communication there.
The stakes are high, so are the tensions. Two Thai teams and two former badminton partners meeting for the first time as rivals.
Maybe things didn't end on the best of terms for those two.
Bodin and Manipon Jungjeet played together at the London Olympics, but on Sunday the two competed against each other in Richmond at the final of the Canada Open.
These two are the former players and they're having a little bit of a discussion here.
Bodin and Manipon traded verbal jibes. They were warned twice to cool their tempers.
No, they're going to get told off here. Behave.
That's
Oh, and now there's a scrap as Bodin. Look at this, a chair goes flying. They come right in front of the broadcast location. And no one's breaking these two up.
Richmond police were called to the scene, but tournament staff had already broken up the fight. Nobody was charged, but one player needed stitches to his ear. Now the Badminton World Federation is investigating.
An athlete swearing at an umpire, and an athlete getting into a verbal shouting match with the opponent's coach. So this is totally out of what we've ever seen at a badminton tournament.
Video of the tournament has gone viral. Canada's former Olympians say they hope the match doesn't set a bad precedent.
In my experience, they should review the video evidence and decide whether there should be a ban for a certain amount of time or potentially a lifetime ban. I mean, I don't think we can allow for any kind of violence like this in our sport, and it should just be a no tolerance policy, if you ask me.
Both teams were disqualified from the final.
Who are essentially retired, that doesn't bode well for them.
Well, a 21-12 win in the first game does bode well for them. Oh, and now there's a scrap as Bodin. Look at this, a chair goes flying. They come right in front of the broadcast location. And no one's breaking these two up. As there's a kick.
This will be black card. This is totally unacceptable.
And we knew something was brewing between these two. But my goodness.
Oh man, I've never seen this before.
You felt.
I've never seen this before.
You felt that there was some tension between these two, but it was not going to erupt like this.
This is done. This is over. There's no more men's doubles. This is. Wow.
He can serve.
Press it on.
It's not. A couple deep breaths. I'm sorry.
You see Evander coming in, and the head just winds up slamming into Mike's eye. And another look at it, Evander just kind of dives. There it is, right there. Puts his head down and comes straight in and hits Mike right in the corner of his right eye.
And he better get started.
Round two, very bad for Tyson with that bad cut showing his strength. A sense of urgency here by Tyson.
And that's the old Tyson.
In the first fight.
What happened here?
He got bit, I think.
Evander Holyfield, look out, he's pushed right here above us. A dirty Mike Tyson. Oh my goodness, he's got a bloody right ear. Holyfield bit by a dirty Mike Tyson.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Well, first he had a parachute drop on him. Now he had a heavyweight bind him.
I wonder if we can get that on tape.
Biting Holyfield in the right ear. What a reaction.
Well, and he certainly, that hurts like hell, but he certainly had a big bite. And that's a dangerous bite.
Oh, disgusting tactics here by Mike Tyson.
He bit his ear. I can see the bite mark.
He bit his ear, he's out.
2-point deduction. The fight will go on. 2-point.
Major controversy here in round 3.
You know, it's funny. Mike was having his best round.
He bit him again. He bit him again.
I'll tell you what, this is unbelievable.
At that one, at that bite. Now here's the bite. Keep your eye on Mike. See, Mike has just, see, look at him. You can see it. You can see it. There it is.
I can't. They're going in real slow motion. Mike gets in a headlock. And look at this. He just reaches in and bites him.
It's over. I think they've just about had it. More fighting in the ring after the end of the fight. Tyson's trying to get at Holyfield again, I believe. It is.
And they're still fighting in there.
It's a fiasco in the ring. People expect.
This is the most unbelievable.
Your eyes on Mike's mouth as much as you can, because you will see it. Now you see he's got his hand. It's a shark bite right there. That is incredible. It's look at the reaction again from Holyfield. He can't believe it. He got the second one.
Let's look at it again. Watch Mike come inside. This is the second bite of the round. Right on Evander's ear.
It's like Dracula time. I've never seen anything like this.
Resorting to biting tactics, and he still wants more as he's being held back by Richie.
With 12, all 5 starters in double figures. And the Pacers have played a very intelligent game tonight. Then Wallace is fouled, and Wallace did. Oh, Wallace right at our chest. This has potential to be serious if they don't get between. Wallace upset. Players trying to hold each other off. Steven Jackson and Rasheed Wallace trying to be peacemakers. Now Jackson yelling. Wallace still going. You need the coaches in there to get him away. Jackson challenging Derek Coleman. Somebody should just get Jackson out as quickly as possible. The problem is, if Wallace is ejected, I'm not sure. He'd have to walk past the Pacer bench to go. Now Artest has jumped over the scorer's table and is trying to get down to the bench. Artest is in the stands. Oh, this is awful. Fans are getting involved. Steven Jackson's in the fans. Rasheed Wallace going into the stands. The security trying to somehow restore order. Fans and players are going at it, and the players trying to help each other out. This is a disgrace. All the players now, they're jumping in there to try and get the other players out because the fans have come involved. Oh, what a sad scene here at the Palace. And now another fight's breaking out in front of the Pistons bench. It's a fan on the court. This is very, very dangerous. Fans are throwing cups with liquid in them now onto the court. Ron Artest has a look in his eye that's very scary right now. You wonder if the official's going to let this game continue. Now they're throwing bottles out onto the floor. They're trying to get the Pacers to go back to the locker room. What was maybe you could call a hard foul at best has turned into just an ugly, ugly scene. Chuck Person, the officials, I think they're going to call this game off, and that should be. The outcome is definitely decided. You have these ridiculous fans trying to go at the players and now throwing. Somebody could really get hurt. This is a bad showing from the Pistons fans here. Just firing bottles from the stands. The Pacers have all gone back into the locker room, and they're getting thrown a lot of debris, and they're still not all the way through. And for some reason, one of the Pacers, they hold Rossi and Crozier out. They won't let him get under the tunnel because they're afraid for his safety. They're pouring liquid over. What a disgraceful showing from the Pistons fans here. That's one of the worst scenes I've ever seen.
It's an low moment in NBA history.
The players just have to get out of there. Get back to the locker room and forget about it. The game has been called. The official announcement has been made. The game has been called, which was the right call. The outcome obviously is over. And players and fans in danger with the emotions and the tempers being completely lost. It all started with a foul. Ron Artest with a foul that Ben Wallace deemed was too hard. As you see the Pacers going underneath the tunnel trying to cover their heads. You can see the debris, some of it being aimed at him, and a lot of it you can't see that's just missing wildly. The security did their best, but it had escalated to a point where there were players and fans fighting in the stands before there was enough security around. Let's go to Jim Gray.
Mike and Bill, I was sitting right next to Ron Artest when he was laying down before he went into the stands. A fan came and threw a beer and a bottle on him from point-blank range. When he got hit by that, he erupted. He knew exactly who it was, and he jumped right out after him. The fan got in very close proximity, and that's what triggered Ron Artest, who had been lying down even after Ben Wallace had thrown a towel at him. That's what triggered this, Mike. I was standing within a couple of feet of him.
That's what triggered the big brawl in the stands. You saw what just triggered the entire incident. Artest with a foul that he should have let go. He fouled Wallace from behind, but Wallace overreacted to that foul.
Certainly no winners in this circumstance at all.
It became such a dangerous situation. Then you see Steven Jackson in there taking shot at the stands. And granted, it's very difficult when you're a player and the fans come at you, either physically or verbally, but you have to restrain yourself. You just can't respond to it. There were so many bottles and cups thrown. There's Artest after what Jim Gray reported. And you saw there was no security around at the time, and it was too late. Many of the players going in there to get Artest out of there. And it had seemed the whole thing had calmed down when that fan came at Ron Artest. And another incident for Ron Artest, so unfortunate. And again, the fan, hopefully security is able to get the fan and he'll receive proper punishment. But the overreaction.
All teams have been secured.
The plan was to avoid confrontation, but after Pakistan's Isam Ulak, dressed all in white, left the field to beat a fan with his own megaphone after the fan was apparently slamming him and his family relentlessly. The bat-wielding Ulak was suspended for 2 matches. He never hit anyone, though. The fan let off in cuffs. And by the way, India leads the best-of-5 friendship series 2-0. They play again on Wednesday.
Tomar uma atitude inexplicável. Ele está marcado por Materazzi. Começou a discutir, mas não de maneira veemente, até que algo no francês, que fala bem italiano, explode. E com a cabeça...
Oh, goodness me! Goodness me!
And Zinedine Zidane's career ends with being sent off in the World Cup final.